So what's happening, guys? Today we're going to break it all down. We're going to unravel the mysteries of ENIGMA. Hope your day is going well. Today we're going to review Apollon Nutrition's ENIGMA. There she is. We're going to go over the ingredient profile so you know what you're putting in your body, and then we'll go over the effects if there are any effects. If you're new to the channel, hit the subscribe button and come along for the ride. I'd love to have you guys along for the ride, leaving comments. Once again, ENIGMA. So getting the flavor out of the way, we have strawberry acacia. Very, very good flavor. I think this was one of the better flavors I've had in EAA formulas. I like that flavor during training. It wasn't too strong. It was pretty mild, and really enjoyed sipping on it. So they did a really good job on that. So we're going to jump right into the ingredients to see what this thing's all about. This has no synactive. It has no Elevate ATP. It has no Pico 2. This is just raw power, hydration, and strength and endurance in the gym. So we're going to jump right into this, put the ingredient profile in front of me. This is 1 scoop at 28.85 grams, and it's pretty much right on. You're going to be fine. It's a big scooper. So the scooper at a flat level scoop tended to be 28, 29, 30, right around there. So just pack it, scoop it, get it in there so you can go bust ass in the gym and make shit happen. You'll be fine. But they do give you the option of doing a half scoop, which is nice. And the way they structured this thing, the half scoop is really well dosed for a beginner. I mean, it's in the high end of most formulas there with 2.5 grams of leucine. So they did a really good job. But we're going to go off of the 1 scoop here when we're talking about the ingredients. We have calcium on the top, 95 milligrams. Calcium helps with the strength through your contractions by helping with the strength of the connecting of myosin and actin fibers in the muscle as you're doing a contraction. Then we have phosphorus at 79 milligrams. This helps with the recycling of ATP for energy on a cellular level. Then we have magnesium at 28 milligrams. Magnesium helps release the contraction. So we need magnesium to come in there and block the calcium that's being signaled to be delivered to the muscle for the contraction in order for it to relax. Then we have sodium, which is 50 milligrams, which is a super important electrolyte, where sodium ions actually are the ions that produce the electricity to send the signaling across cell membranes, nerves, neurons in the brain, everywhere. So super important ingredient. This also helps send the signal across the muscle fibers to initiate the release of calcium to actually perform the contraction with strength. Then we have potassium at 160 milligrams. This sends signals across the muscle fibers. And just remember, we need sodium ions for all these signals, all these processes to happen in order to perform these functions. So this sends signals across the muscle fibers, the cells, to actually initiate and start the contraction and follow through with it. Then we have an amino acid matrix, EAAs and BCAAs. And we're not going to go through each one of these, but I always look at the leucine. So on the minimum, I always like to look for 2.5 grams, and on the max, I could go up to 8, 9, 10 if I wanted to, but the 5 grams is actually really decent here for a max dose here at 1 scoop. And EAA is basically going to do all kinds of functions in the body. We use amino acids not just for muscle building because they're digested, and through some transport mechanisms in the small intestines, they're actually transported where they're supposed to go. They're broken down into peptides, and those peptides are used throughout the body as far as building cells, transporters, all kinds of different things. So peptides are super important, and amino acids are super important. That's why it's important to get your protein intake for the day, for not just for muscles, but for all aspects as recovery from the inside and the out. Then we have a strength and performance matrix at 7 grams, starting off with L-glutamine at 5 grams. L-glutamine is that mystery ingredient. Like, nobody knows if they should take it or if they should. You watch a TikTok video and they say, you got to take this, and take L-glutamine. It's going to help you build muscle and strength. Well, just so you know, L-glutamine has never been proven to build muscle and strength directly supplementing with it. Because L-glutamine, when you take it, it's absorbed by the small intestines. I'm not going to make this too long, but L-glutamine is the most abundant amino acid in the body, and it's there to perform all kinds of different functions. It's a precursor in the muscle to muscle protein synthesis. It helps remove ammonia out of the body. It helps with the immune system. It helps with the gut lining, the intestinal lining. So it has a lot of benefits in the body because the body produces it naturally, and that natural production is always being kind of sustained for a healthy individual. But when we train, L-glutamine stores, especially in the muscles, deplete by half. So when we train really hard, we're done. We need those L-glutamine stores to be replenished as quick as possible. And the body will pull glutamine from other places to restore and balance glutamine levels throughout the body. So supplementing with L-glutamine, even though it doesn't pass the small intestines, doesn't get into the bloodstream, and doesn't get into the muscles, if you supplement with it and put more in the body in the times of stress, there's a chance that that extra amount of glutamine is going to help, put in your body is going to help replenish the balance, bring the balance back together a lot quicker for muscle protein synthesis, muscle repair, and eventually muscle gain. So I hope that was good. Enough information there. There's all kinds of different things I could say, but like I said, sometimes when I get on a tangent, I could be making these videos like 30-40 minutes long. We don't want to do that. So next ingredient here, betaine anhydrous, 2 grams. One of my favorite ingredients. You can take up to 6 grams of this a day. So if you see this in your pre-workout, you see it in the intra formula, you're going to be fine. You're going to be fine taking 4.5 grams. You're going to be fine taking 5 grams a day. It's a very healthy supplement. This is a methyl donor, and an osmolyte. So it helps with RNA, DNA repair. It helps with vitamin absorption. It helps with creatine synthesis. And the way it helps on a hydration aspect is it helps balance out the fluid that is in the cells. And the way it helps with training is by keeping the balance correct during training, you're going to maintain power and strength and endurance during your workouts. So betaine is a fabulous ingredient. I love it. And actually, if I ever take a pre-workout or if I take a fat burner for working out, I'm not taking betaine. I have betaine on top of my refrigerator. So I'll take 2 grams a day no matter what. It's just a healthy ingredient all around. So there's all kinds of different aspects with that ingredient. Just like the next one that's coming up, we have electrolytes and hydration matrix at 4,002 milligrams. I had to put the 2 in there. We got taurine at 2 grams. Now, taurine is a fabulous ingredient. I love taurine. It's one of my favorite ingredients. You guys will hear that on my channel all the time because the body produces taurine on its own, just like it does with some of these, like L-glutamine. Now, it's not as abundant as L-glutamine, but taurine has some functions in the body. And the main function in the body is that its job is to regulate the fluid balance in cells. And it actually directly dictates where hydration goes in the body. So supplementing with taurine, which is absorbed and utilized when you use it, is going to help with the maintenance of hydration and electrolyte balance in the body. So this thing is like packed with hydration benefits so far as on a cellular level to keep you going in the gym. Taurine also has other benefits. We won't get into that, but it helps with GABA and glycine in the brain, the receptors. It helps with blood flow. There's all kinds of different benefits, but I don't want to make this video too long. Then we got coconut water powder at 1 gram. This has 5 electrolytes in it, which are the 5 electrolytes in this. They've been pounding these electrolytes down on you so you can maintain your strength and endurance in the gym. The 5 electrolytes are the calcium, magnesium, sodium, potassium, and phosphorus. So fabulous formula so far. Then we got Calci-K, which we kind of went over it because the calcium and the potassium in here. This is a formulation. It's 525 milligrams, a formulation that is used. It's a highly absorbable form of calcium and potassium with some phosphorus. And it's used with people who might be deficient in vitamin D because it just does a really good job with vitamin D absorption. So fabulous ingredient. Then we got some potassium phosphate. So we got some energy production there. We got some sodium phosphate, which is going to produce more energy for endurance. And then the dimagnesium malate, which is going to help with mitochondria and ATP production. So how did this formula do? We have ENIGMA. How did it do? So I can tell you this. This is my absolute favorite EAA formula. If I wasn't always reviewing things and switching back and forth, this would be the EAA formula I would always use because it fits my training. I sweat every time I go into the gym. Whether I feel like it or not, I'm giving 100%. Might not be the same as the 100% before, the day before, or the week before, because I might not feel that good, but I'm always giving 100%. I'm in there to make shit happen. No matter what pre-workout I'm taking, Stem Junkie Pre, whatever, this always keeps me hydrated and feeling really good in the gym, and I have more oomph, more bounce to my step when I walk out of the gym on this thing. I really enjoy this EAA formula. I recommend this to all my friends. Anybody who asks me about the best EAA formula out there, one that I feel is the best, I always say Enigma. Not only is it just raw, like it's just everything you need. It's no gimmicks, no gags, no Synactive, no Elevate TP, no Pico 2. And I'm not saying those are bad, but it's just like they just said, we're going to hit this for those guys that go in the gym and sweat their ass off and want to pound and pound and pound and pound. Pound it out for gains. So they did a really fantastic job on this thing. Like I said, one of my favorites. Not much more I could say about it. I wish there was other things I could say, but I think I said a lot in the video there. I don't want to make this way too long. So I hope you guys enjoyed the review. Once again, this is Enigma by Apollon Nutrition. I'm going to get going. I got to go make some food here and get off. So we'll see you next time on the channel.